Hey guys, welcome back to some more reviews, and before I get into the actual review, I wanted to apologize for my absence. I've been gone for a few days. It was because earlier in the week I was very sick, and I wasn't really feeling like doing any videos. I was very sick, but I'm feeling a lot better, and I wanted to, since I reviewed Carrie, the original Carrie, in my series of reviews on Stephen King films back in October, last month. And I did a review on Carrie. I wanted to do reviews on the sequel and the remake. I will not be talking about the TV miniseries because I haven't seen it yet. But if I do see it, I will review it. But yeah, I'll be reviewing Carrie 2 and Carrie the remake. And of course, by the way, they're both bad to me. I hate both of them. They're both garbage. But I would have to say though, out of both, out of the sequel and the remake, the Rage Carrie 2 is worse than the remake, in my opinion. The remake was just lazy. The remake was lazy and it was cliche. That's my huge problems with the remake. Other than that, I mean, and the CGI. Bad CGI, cliched, lazy remake. But at least the remake had decent practical effects when it came to practical effects, and it had decent acting for some of the characters. Not all the characters, but for some of the characters, especially for Carrie. Carrie in that movie acted better than this girl in this movie, whatever her name is. They go on IMDb. Emily Burgle as Rachel Lane. Freaking. Basically, the Rage Carrie 2, I mean, it came out in 1999. It's a 4.6 on IMDb. Definitely deserves that. And like I said, the remake is just lazy, has bad CGI, and, it's cliche. But, I found it's still bad, but it's still a little bit better than this piece of garbage sequel that really serves no purpose. I don't know why this was made. I don't know why I decided to make a sequel to Carrie, especially in 1999. Like, really? Wait like 20 years to make a sequel? And then, I just, watching the movie, man, I just got really bored. It's a boring movie. It's a garbage movie. Has bad, awful CGI. Shot like it's a freaking low-budget direct-to-video movie. Looks cheap. Bad, terrible, laughable acting. Direction that was nothing. Soundtrack that was nothing. And just even special effects, I didn't think they were spectacular. Mega effects, they weren't spectacular. I'll give a few scenes that have some good special effects, but not all of them. Most of them look kind of fake, to be honest. And the lead girl, Emily Burgle, didn't really buy. I didn't really like her acting. I didn't like the idea. I mean, basically what it is she's the next Carrie. And the same thing happens that happened to Carrie. She gets bullied in school. She gets pushed to her, breaking point. And pretty much they rip off the storyline with the whole, at the end of the movie, she becomes friends with basically the cool kids. And then they recorded them having, her and her boyfriend having sex. And then she gets mad. Instead of blood, it's tattoos. Which I hate that idea. Freaking the tattoo on her arm spreads out vines and CGI through her arms and her freaking face. I'm like, really? A tattoo? Spreads all through her arms. I know it's supposed to look cool, but in my opinion, to me, it didn't look cool. I was like, that's stupid, dude. I was watching, like, that's kind of stupid. I didn't like the idea of the whole vine spraying out on her arm and stuff like that. Make it look like she's a walking plant or something like that. I don't know. Freaking looks stupid. And between that, I mean, like, the plot is pretty much the same. Like I said, she gets bullied. It's in the movie. She goes on a killing spree. Now, I will say, though, there are a few little tiny differences. For one, she has a best friend that is pregnant, and the boyfriend leaves her, doesn't want to raise the kid, so she commits suicide. Or she'll not even be pregnant. I think she would just heartbroken that they broke up or something like that. It's either that or that she was upset that he didn't want to help raise the baby. So she, commits suicide, and then of course this girl's getting picked on at school. Her parents are kind of abusive, and they're not really abusive, they're just sort of mean to this girl. Kind of mean to her. She kind of got jerkish parents that are freaking mean to this girl. And I mean, it's the same stuff. She finds out that she has telekinesis, and also, you know what? This would have been a plus for this movie if they would have kept Sue Snell's character alive, because they got Amy Irving come back to play her. The girl that played Sue in the original. I was like, okay, cool. And she's likable. She's trying to help out this girl. She's trying to figure out what's wrong. But then she freaking, at the end of the movie, has a ridiculous, shocker death scene that I thought was just garbage the way they did it. It was annoying. I was like, are you serious? You brought back Sue Snell. You even got the same actress. And what do? You just kill her off. Like she's nothing. I'm like, this was an important character to the original, and you just kill her off. Like it's nothing. So you got that. You got a different storyline where it was sort of the same theme, where the boyfriend, he dates the girl, he dates Rachel, and they become boyfriend. Like I said, they become boyfriend and girlfriend, and pretty much they have sex. And I guess there's this stupid idea, which I don't know if people really did this back then. If they did, and this is kind of stupid. And by the way, it's kind of cruel. They freaking have a list of names, different people, pretty much on the football team. And, well, I mean, there's all kinds of people on there. And they, check off, make a big checklist of how many girls they screwed. And whoever has the most points, they win. I'm like, okay, that's a little bit of a stupid idea. Alright? Just getting as many girls as you can and checking them off. That's kind of a stupid idea. A little bit. I mean, I can see some people doing that, but really a checklist of how many girls you screwed? And then, I don't know what football team does this. Maybe this was how it was back in 1999. But there's a scene with a football team. I guess they won a game. And they're all excited to start shaving their heads. I'm like, who does this? What kind of a football team shaves all their hair off when they win a game or something like that? I'm like, alright. You know what this reminds me of? I heard there's a Firestarter 2, which I'm a big fan of the original Firestarter, which is actually, I believe, another Stephen King movie. And this kind of reminds me of Firestarter. I believe it's a Stephen King movie. I think it is. But there's a Firestarter 2, a sequel to the original Firestarter. It's called Firestarter 2. Reminds me just of Carrie. Carrie 2 and Firestarter 2 are both similar sequels. I heard they're both garbage. I heard they both suck. I heard they're both unneeded sequels. This was unneeded. Why they made this movie? I don't know. I don't know why they made this movie. I don't know what the purpose behind it was. And they didn't put any effort in it. It's freaking lazy. No effort whatsoever in this movie. I swear, you watch this movie, you're just like, they just slapped it together. Just, oh, you got a movie, freaking come out, freaking crappy. Just stop it together like, movie comes out, freaking sloppy, lazy mess of a freaking movie. It's freaking so lazy. I can't get over how freaking lazy the movie is. And so you got that terrible, laughable acting. Like people were like, "Oh my God, that person just died! Everybody, run!" That's how the acting is. Not the exact line of dialogue from the movie, but that's how the act. Oh my God, somebody just died! Ah! I'm like, act better, please. Please act better. I was like, please, just act more, better. Improve your acting, please. And even the lead girl, she wasn't that good of an actress. Now, the director was Kate Shea. See how much she directed 12 movies. It's pretty much one of her few movies. She directed Dance of the Damned, Streets, Strip to Kill, and then after this movie, she made pretty much a bunch of TV movies. So, not a lot from the director, I mean. And it's just, like I said, the same stuff happens. She gets more popular. She thinks that these people are starting to like her. But at the same time, you got these group of these guys who freaking keep torturing her at night, and they go up to her house and start pranking her, basically. Prank calling her and stuff like that. And then you've also got, pretty much towards the end of the movie, where you think that basically, well, she thinks that these people are actually, accepting her as a cool kid. They're not going to bully her anymore. And then it's, like I said, it's like pretty much the prom scene from the original. She thinks she's having a good time. She's partying, having a good time. And then all of a sudden, they start playing the sex video of her and her boyfriend having sex way up on this freaking screen. And I was like, okay, the pig blood, it was extreme, but this was also extreme. I will give it that. It was impacting. It was sort of like, if that would happen, it would really hurt someone. I get that. And, so I will give that. It was an impacting, kind of shocking scene because it was kind of messed up what they did. But then you got this stupid scene where she gets mad. She's like, her freaking tattoo on her arm, vines and CGI, and she's killing people. And I will give it this. It is pretty gory, but some of the effects kind of look a little bit bad. Like you can tell it's a mannequin. And or it's a freaking makeup line or something like that, or you could just tell it's fake. Some of it doesn't. The Sue Snell death scene to the character Sue Snell, which pretty much a freaking pole goes to the door and goes whoop right in her head. Oh yeah, and by the way, instead of this girl's real mom being crazy and demented, trying to kill her daughter and all religious stuff like that. Her mom's still crazy, but she was in an asylum most of the movie. She was left away in a mental asylum pretty much. And at the end of the movie, she comes back. She goes to the party with Sue Snell, and that's when Sue Snell gets a freaking pipe through the head. Goes right to the door and through the head. Practical, but still, I was like really mad because that's a cool character, a likable character, and you just kill her off. And she was an important character. And you just kill her off. Like it's nothing. And then Carrie, her mom goes to calm her down. Then the freaking house collapses in. You find out that Carrie dies as well. Well, I think the house collapses. I know that Carrie. I know that Carrie. You see what I mean? This character's so similar to Carrie. I called her Carrie. It's Rachel, but I keep calling her Carrie because it's so similar to Carrie. She's that similar to Carrie. I keep calling her Carrie. Okay, so she's Rachel. So Rachel, pretty much, I know that she dies because she is pretty much in this rage mode still, and her mom's trying to calm her down, and pretty much her mom dies, and then she dies, and then her boyfriend gets out of there before he dies. Everybody at the party dies, and then at the end of the movie, he's sitting there like at a college class or something like that, or a high school, or he's like in his dorm, I think it's college dorm, and he's doing his homework, and he says it acts like he feels like. Basically, he acts like he feels like wind or something like that, like wind, and he turns around, there's nothing there, turns back around in the movie, sort of like a weird, sort of what the freak ending. So what? Her spirit was in the room. I was like, okay, and then the credits start rolling. I'm like, so what the freak was that? What the freak was the point of watching it? It goes nowhere. Copy the original. The new stuff isn't really that interesting. Make effects weren't really much. It's a lazy garbage sequel that didn't need to be made. And it's just that's all I gotta say about the Rage Carrie 2. It's a garbage sequel. Shouldn't have been made. Don't know why it was made. Don't know the purpose of why it was made. Serves no purpose in the series. It does nothing. It's garbage and freaking yeah. Don't care, man. Freaking garbage movie. It's garbage. So guys, thanks for watching my review on the Rage Carrie 2. I will probably also, before I prompt the video, I have decided to do a new schedule for doing reviews, because I know that my reviews are sort of at random right now. They're sort of popping up all over the place. Sometimes it's on Saturday, sometimes it's on Monday, sometimes like 4 or 5 days before I make a video. Well, I am planning on doing, for my reviews, uploads on Mondays and Wednesdays. And maybe the weekend, if I have time, because sometimes on the weekends I'm busy. But it'll be during the week, week wise, school week wise. I will be doing reviews on Monday and Wednesday. So out of Monday through Friday, I'll be doing reviews on Monday and Wednesday. So that's my new schedule, and then maybe do reviews on the weekend. So that's my plan, and so yeah, that's the new plan. And it probably will start next week because I'm doing a review on Tuesday, so it's kind of like I gotta start probably that next week. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching my review on the Rage Carrie 2, and my rant on Rage Carrie 2 because it's a piece of crap. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next review.